Having one or more streams of income has always been a preferred way to attain a level of economic independence, especially in Africa. Farming, food processing and supply are agribusinesses that usually have a ready market, especially for those who look out for extra sources of income from the agribusiness sector. Meet Samoni Okain, a teacher by profession and a part-time farmer.
So my name is Samoni Okain, a teacher by profession and then a part-time farmer. So I farm around Okotokrum here in the Agona East District in the central region. I teach at Kunyaku Prezi GHS. That's my second station. My first station was Osichukrum Basic School.
As a teacher and a part-time farmer, Samuel plans his farming activities around school vacation periods, and this affords him enough time to work on his farm and market his farm produce.
I believe as a person, okay, you're relying on one source of income. It's not something you should really do, okay, because one source of income could fail and it's virtually not enough. And farming provides food for yourself whilst also providing for others to also feed themselves. So I think that's the reason why I went into farming.
For this particular vacation period, Samuel decides to process his harvested cassava into Gari before selling. This is because of his unpleasant experience with selling cassava to the open market.
Farmers usually don't have a means of transportation. It is the market women who usually have the means of transportation. So they come and they buy the cassava at farm gate prices. But usually the prices they give the farmers is not a motivating factor, and how they treat the cassava is not something that motivates a farmer to really cultivate cassava on a large scale.
Me am Adazowa. Me woko tokrum. Me Gari. Na ekodwuma. Pesando. Me do banchifu. Na bro.
Sometimes I contact her and her sisters to make Gari for me after approaching my cassava.
Interestingly, Adazowa and Samuel transitioned from just being cassava farmers to processing cassava into Gari for the very same reasons of difficulties selling cassava to the open market.
Well, I think it's because there's no standard unit of measurement to look at the mass or the quantum of the cassava that is coming from the farm. Okay, so they use crude measurements in measuring, and sometimes these measurements can be uneven. As the measurements are crude, there's no standard price to say maybe a ton or a kilo of cassava goes for this price. So the person coming to the farm decides on how much he or she wants to pay for the cassava.
Oh, yeah, mammy, come and say, now me, do you have no more 20 years? No, ma'am, the jay, no tongue. See me, I'm the Gari. Me starting say me Gari. No, you're saying they are made tongue. Ain't in a man, say, they me do a am in tongue view. And say me the Gari.
It appears Samuel did not have challenges acquiring the land he farms on, as has been the popular opinion, with land acquisition being the major challenge to farming.
I don't own the land I farm on. I usually lease it from the landowners. I actually farm with a colleague. We do it together as partners. So we get our input from the open market. So we don't have access to the subsidies, even if they are around. And then after farming, With the ones we can process, we do the processing, but with the ones we can't, we sell it to the market.
Gari is one of the commonest food items you would find in a Ghanaian market. Although the processing of cassava is quite technical, Adazowa did not acquire the skill through any form of training. When faced with the challenge of selling her cassava, her Gari making skills naturally came to bear. With no training, no readily available tools, but just a determination to get the most from her cassava, she set out on a value-adding mission so she can make good returns on her cassava farm investment.
As that time, I na machine in here. It's a quarter machine, baby. Marble bun box, and I also a free KTK, and some of the Abahaba. Oko Faba, Omoba, better Ubetia, we banchina, cabanchino, Mayam, Ubetiaka. We are was a chia, motor didn't buy in and out. Oh, dear man, Ediaco, until China, Michelle. One, Miss, until I said, if I can be a fashion. Menya machine bi enti me bla na boa ma machine ye den ba me starting na da wen say no kwa na me nibi ti me ma me dey na me starting edidi mu ana nyame ya adoma ma no kwoto mi ni be kan me go so dey yes e kwan be bia ma menya bia kan.
For Gari to be made, cassava, a root tuber, would have to be harvested from the farm and cut to the processing area.
Me the free phone hoba. Na ma so sharp afom mo hwane. Amu bowi ana ya oho hansa na yaya.
Within a day or two of harvesting, our Gari is ready for the market. This is mostly because the grounded cassava is pressed to squeeze out moist to its barest minimum.
Anemia win Gari emulsion in a film. If you're film, we are now the way not to so. Ubutus are now apple. A bimu to me the machine yam that may be yanisa. The machine yam obey no run the room. Me de me wi anam de we na popo popo su wi me chepe eno anu.
The final stage of processing cassava into Gari gets the cassava grades going through 3 different stages of heat frying. From low intense heat to high intense heat, and then finally to a higher intense heat, our Gari will then be ready for cooling, bagging, and for the market.
We need a first, and when you get from said the baby moon by a baby she ama win. And to we say good anymore, and when you get was so a baby wire. Yeah, the near dear a baby now. I was sound from good review. Because I'm coming from the market, David, me yanisa. Me turn wa here. I'm about to me friend, my shed, dear Manica. I'm the Aquamanica, so Winneba Road, winning in a normal February.
Well, normally we look for someone to buy, but if the price is not right, we shelve it for some time. So we look for someone who would buy it at the right price before we let it go.
This is definitely a cumbersome process that comes with its own challenges.
The money are the end of the brain. First, we bet you a kubu jana de dua. And sana, we bet you banjina wetu. The jani ni wa ni de obebre. We need to first. Asana obe promo ambassador. Second, neighbor. Asana ni oho. Utia to bottle mukanye easy. I just a senior woman dosu. Asana, wait to media she bottle we cry, Uchiman and crying and your better. And in account, a man a day. We are son of one betchy. A blood woman, papa. Tell how a woman now change, now we see a cow. Now, so you came in a come.
Apart from farming, Samuel has discovered a niche, that is, sourcing for cassava from other farms, bringing it to Adazowa and her team to process into Gari for a waiting and ready market.
Well, for starters, if we say we are going to really process Gari, getting people to give you cassava on a large scale is very challenging. People normally farm cassava around, but they farm it in smallholder farms. So they just normally cultivate the cassava where they are going to eat and then just a little for selling. People normally don't cultivate the cassava on large scale. They're getting the raw material, that's the cassava, and getting labor to help in processing the cassava. One of the main challenges or one of the main impediments to Gari processing.
The absence of a standard unit of measurement when it comes to selling cassava and many farm produce does not encourage farming of such produce. Market women and traders take advantage of the free market to determine the price of the produce, especially after the produce has been harvested from the farm, knowing very well the farmer is lost on options.
Well, I think first of all, there should be education on standard measurements for the farmers and also the market women who come to buy. I think the Ministry of Food and Agriculture has to take it upon itself to do this education and also set a standard price so that there can be some kind of standardization so that they can motivate farmers to know if maybe I cultivate a kilo of cassava, this is what I'm getting.
Indeed, nothing good comes cheap. However, agriculture is very rewarding, especially as a source of employment.
Agriculture has the potential to give someone gainful employment. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's something that can be very rewarding if you choose to go into agriculture. It will provide you with food to feed yourself and your family, and also provide you with income for you to undertake certain projects that you want to.
It might seem unattractive to a graduate, but Samuel, an employed graduate, says it is very rewarding.
I've never had any regret going into agriculture. Not at all.
So this Gari Biata, Yawa Agona is Okotokrum, Obetimia Afra number way 0240 308876.
Tap into the rich potentials of agriculture and stay glued to AGROMEDIA by subscribing to the channel, following and liking our Facebook and Instagram pages. We will be bringing you more insights as we throw the spotlight on the agriculture.